the pre-operational stage. And this is when children are between the ages of 2 to 7 years of age when they go through this pre-operational stage. During this pre-operational stage, children really begin to be able to understand and represent the world with drawings or images and language, words. And we'll dive more into that. But obviously, between the age of 2 and 7 years of age, children are really speaking a lot. They're talking a lot. They're drawing a lot. Obviously, they're not drawing things that a lot of parents are able to really understand, but the scribbles mean something, and we're going to get into that. So the pre-operational stage has 2 substages. We have the symbolic function substage and the intuitive thought substage. And Piaget also calls this the imagination substage. This is the time where children are able to really create and understand what is going on around them, even when their parents are not there, or their siblings or their family members are not there. They're still able to create. And they have this imagination that they're able to express via words, language, or drawings or images. So let's go into the symbolic function substage. So this is a substage that occurs between the ages of 2 and 4 years of age. As we talked about with the sensory motor substage, or the sensory motor stage, children, at the end of the sensory motor stage, children should be able to understand that even if their mom and dad are not present with them, or mom and mom or dad and dad or caregiver are not there with them, that they still exist. And so during this symbolic function, they have this understanding now that they can now mentally represent an object that is not present. And so when a child, for example, may be in preschool, or maybe in some kind of care outside of the home, they may still be able to draw. They still may be able to, if someone asks them to draw their family, they're going to be able to draw their family. Because they understand that the object is still present, even though their parents or their caregivers are still there with them, even though they still exist, even though they are not there with them. So, for example, they understand that they understand and represent their family using scribbles, and they understand that this represents their families. They can use this same drawing to represent a cat, a dog. It's going to be scribbles to us, but to them it means that is their family. But there are some limitations of symbolic functions substage, and those limitations are egocentrism and animism, and we are going to get into that. The first thing that we're going to talk about, the first limitation of symbolic function that we're going to discuss, is egocentrism. Or a child, another way to say that is a child is egocentric. So a child is not able to distinguish between one's own perspective and someone else's perspective. An example of that would be a phone conversation. The child may be on the phone with the grandparent, and the grandparent may ask the child, how old are they turning on their birthday? The child may put up 3 fingers. And then obviously the grandparent isn't able to see that the child is holding up 3 fingers. So the grandparent says, how old are you turning? And the child continues to hold up 3 fingers because they're not able to understand this egocentric. They are egocentric in the fact that they are not able to understand that their grandparent is not able to see the 3 fingers that they're holding up. So let's see another example, which is the model of mountains. And we are going to see an example of that via video.
Can you tell me what you see when you look at that from where you're sitting? What are some of the things that you see?
And a cat.
A cat.
And a tree and a barn.
Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. Can you tell me what you see when you look at it from that stool?
An owl.
An owl? What is that?
A goat.
A goat?
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else you see?
Yeah, right there.
Right there, what is that?
A tree.
A tree.
And another little tree.
Another little tree? Right. And can you tell me what I see when I look at this from where I'm sitting right here?
An owl.
Okay.
And a goat.
Mm-hmm.
And a little tree. And that. And that.
Okay, so the first child, he was egocentric in the sense that he was not able, even though he knew what was on the other side, on both sides of the mountains, when the person asked them, what does the interviewer see, they still said what the child sees, even though that the mountains were clearly blocking what the interviewer was seeing, and they weren't able to see. So that's a part of the symbolic function substage, is that they're not able to take on the perspective of others. Let's continue.
Okay, so can you tell me what you see from that side?
A fox and a bone and a volcano
Yeah.
and a rock and a big fat Christmas tree.
Now, Braxton, can you tell me what I see from where I'm sitting?
A bird and a river and a volcano and a horsey and a rock and a tree.
Now, this child was a little older, so he was able to understand and take the perspective of the interviewer and say, you probably can't see what I can see, but you can see what's over there. So again, as children get older, they're able to have a better understanding of taking the perspective of others. The next video that we are going to watch is the symbolic function substage, and that's talking about animism, which is a downfall of this stage. And what animism is the belief that inanimate objects have lifelike qualities and are capable of action. So let's see.
Can you pick up Pikachu for me, Mom? Okay. How does Spider-Man feel that you have Pikachu in your hands?
Sad.
Okay. Why is he sad?
Because he thinks I got no play with him.
Okay. Can you pick up Spider-Man for me and lay Pikachu down? How does Pikachu feel that you're playing with Spider-Man?
Sad.
Sad. Can you pick up Pikachu for me too? And hold Spider-Man as well? Now how do they feel that you're playing with both of them?
Happy.
Okay. Can you lay them both down? Don't touch them. How do they feel now?
Sad.
Why do they feel sad?
Because they think I'm gonna play with the toys on the ground now.
All right.
So that's an example of animism. Obviously, Pikachu and Spider-Man toys don't have feelings, but the child allowed them to have these capabilities. See you all on the next video.